Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm getting ready and my whole lipstick is melted. Can you see that? Oh my god, you guys. You hear the song? So, my cousin used to live next to this little girl, and we was listening to the song one day, or they were listening to the song, and she was like, that's probably still too loud. She was like, that's a dumb name. And my cousin was like, what? And she was like, to Michael. Because you know how she was like, can I speak to Michael? So she thought her name was his name was to Michael, not can I speak to Michael. Every time I hear this song, I think of that. Okay, do my lips look crazy since it's all melted on? Anyway, y'all, what's going on? Let's talk about power. You guys, so season 3, episode 4, titled Don't Worry, Baby. What you guys think? Great episode, right? So let's just go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so it's a bomb little opening scene. Great opening scene to the episode, you guys. Everybody was naked and getting ready, you guys. So they had Angela getting ready for work or whatever. She had some type of I don't know. Do y'all wear stuff like that under y'all work clothes for real? Like the whole little stockings and garter thing, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's just for TV or do people really wear it. But I mean, I guess I could see people really wearing it who wear stockings to work. But yeah. And then we had Tasha getting ready, you guys. And I just thought it was so interesting just to show the duality of both women. You had Angela getting dressed in her small, you know, kind of quaint apartment or whatever. But you know, her clothes definitely looked like they was high quality. And then they showed Tasha getting ready in this bomb closet with this bomb little 3-way mirror or whatever. And I don't know if it was just me, but to me it just seemed like they were also showing a little subliminal thing about how the more hotter one is not always the first choice. Because to me, Tasha looks super bomb. Like, and that's not me just being biased because, you know, I'm just want the husband to stay with his wife. Like, no, I just think she had a better body. The proportions were a little bit better. You know, I'm a sucker for just smooth, uninterrupted chocolate skin. So Tasha looked real hot, and, you know, Angela looked just okay to me, but pan out a little bit more, and they show Ghost, and Ghost is clearly at the house with the woman that's kind of just okay. So Ghost and Tasha was just talking about the kids, and, you know, Tasha said some comment about, hey, you know, you're more than welcome to see the kids, you know, just not at Angela's house. Now, okay, now we know that Tyreek had a gun, and it was Angela's gun, so that's why Tasha is saying that. So in this case, I'm 100% down for, you know, Tasha. As far as, you know, oh, the kids were in danger, so, you know, just, you know, see them in public or see them at my house. And so I agree with it in that sense. But you guys, in general, step parenting relationship, I just think it's best to do what's for the kids. Like, in this case, that is what's best for the kids. But, you know, I hate when sometimes the first wife or the baby mother uses that excuse, like, just so she could see the father, or just so, you know, she could just be having, what do you call it? Like, just ruling the whole little post-relationship stuff with the kids. So, hopefully, if that makes sense. That's a good rule for when it's warranted. But if you just on some, oh, I'm just being hateful and I'm just being spiteful and I just want to over-dictate things, then that sucks for the child. So anyway, you got boom. So next scene, we got Tommy's sex scene, you guys. I actually thought this scene was a real well-directed sex scene as far as them showing different positions, the angle from the shots, the lighting. I thought Tommy's sex scene was good, but it was just a little off. Or Tommy seemed a little off. So I didn't know if he was off because that's just Tommy and that's just how Tommy has sex, or was something like on his mind, like all the Lobo stuff and all the ghost stuff, was that on his mind and that's why he was acting a little weird, or is that just how Tommy have sex, y'all? So 50 Cent had to jack off to prove that his hands work so he could participate in the robbery. Long story short, they both work. Now, of course, I couldn't think of nothing about how I was all gushing over him last episode, y'all. But, oh my gosh, you guys, when they showed that little penis, I was like, well, it wasn't, well, maybe it was a little, but I was just like, oh my gosh, stars, this is like softcore porn or whatever. Like, I could not believe they actually showed the little like silhouette of a penis or whatever. I couldn't believe that. I was like, dang. Like, even though I'm like the other part of me was like, oh my gosh, they could show all of that. So I wonder, was that his real penis, or I wonder if that was 50 Cent real penis or not. But I don't know why, I just don't think it is. Like, I don't know, but will he be that close to somebody else's penis or something? I don't know. It could have been a stunt double or something. I don't know. But number one, I was surprised that they showed it. And then number two, I just wonder if it was his or not. But I thought that was kind of a clever, you know. We all know men are very visual. And like she said, hey, to prove you down, it's not like you could go outside and shoot rounds. Like, this is a cop house, and of course somebody hear gunshots, they're gonna call the police. So that was a good way to kind of prove. I mean, he could have washed the dishes or vacuumed or something. I guess he could have proved his hands working the other way. But I thought that was definitely very interesting, because yeah, not that I know how it feels for a man to jack himself off, but I could imagine that, you know, those hand movements are similar to squeezing a trigger. So they work. Y'all, Angela got Tyreek record expunged, and so she went to Angela's house, or Angela went to Tasha's house to tell her that, and then so Tyreek was telling Angela, and Tyreek was like, oh, he got her to do that for me. And she was like, yeah, something like that. I thought it was cool that she did that. But Tasha did make a smart comment like, oh, you didn't do it for Tyreek, you didn't do it for me, you did it for Ghost, and keep up, you know, you're gonna keep doing that stuff your whole life. And I do kind of think it's cool that she kind of put her up on game, but at the same time, hey, you stole my husband. I'm not about to keep giving you these little tidbits of advice. Every woman for themselves. Let her find out the hard way. Tommy met with the Koreans to promise more drugs again, and he shook the hand of the son who watered down the drugs, and his finger is cut off, so Tommy squeezed his hand real hard to say, yeah, that's what you get. So that's how I wrote it. But anyway, yeah, you guys, so I thought it was kind of cool. I don't know, that was a cool little scene. I guess the son had to pretend like he was cool with Tommy, and they shook hands. So I kind of was happy to see that Tommy got a little clout, or made it seem at that moment that, you know, like, yeah, like, don't be doing that no more. Like, your daddy on my side. So I was kind of happy to see Tommy kind of winning a little bit. But as we keep rolling, we'll see it goes down. Y'all, Angela and Ghost scene was so funny when they were fighting, and it was all intense. You know, so Angela, I guess, come home or whatever, and Ghost just start flipping out on her like, oh, you went to go see Tasha without telling me? And she was like, well, I had good intentions, I just wanted to talk about da 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 da. And he was like, you need to ask me for permission when you want to do stuff like that. She was like, I don't need to ask you for permission. And then he was like, yes you do when it comes to my wife. I was like, oh, seaside chicks, I'm telling y'all. You can't win. At the end of the day, it may look like you're winning, but at the end of the day, you can't win. The fact that he said wife with so much vigor and without so much a second thought. And then, of course, he tried to correct it, was like, oh, I didn't mean like that. Or he said, you know what I mean. And she was like, yeah, I'm not sure you do. And that, you know, coming from that side, or if I was the side chick, I'd be like, yeah, what do you mean by that? Like, your wife as in, okay, I need to fall back, I'm going to always be the side chick? Or was it really a slip of the tongue, you know? Now, I don't know, you guys. On one hand, I could see Ghost being mad. Hey, it's kind of Angela's fault that all of this is happening anyway, so it probably wasn't a good move. But you guys, sometimes the wife and the side chick, or the ex-wife and the new wife, or the baby mom and the new wife, or the old baby mom and the new mom, they do need to talk by themselves, you know, or coordinate some stuff, especially if we all know the woman is the man is the head of the household, but we all know the woman, it's up to us how the cooking goes, the cleaning, well, for the most part, you know. So sometimes, even though, like, that's the husband's kids, like, the new girlfriend do need, or the wife, preferably, I'm assuming, I guess for most, do need to talk so they could kind of coordinate some stuff, see who allergic, oh, if you can't pick them up, can I pick them, da 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 da. So on one hand, they do need to talk for real if Ghost and Angela are gonna be for real, you know, and after they get a divorce for real, but whatever. So I could see him being mad, but at the same time, if you the one who brought this all up in the first place, Ghost, so if you really want a whole new blended family with your new little boo, then yeah, they gonna have to eventually be friends. So anyway, so they all arguing or whatever, but then Angela's sister come over, you guys, and the sister, her name is Paz, but she plays on Orange is the New Black, you know, she plays Dasha's mother on I don't know what her name is on why can't I think of their names? Because they actually had a really prominent role this season, so I cannot think of their names. But I actually saw an interview with her, and she had said she was going to be on Power. I actually didn't even recognize it until, I can't remember who I was watching, and they had pointed out it was her. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, so they just start acting normal, or tried to act normal or whatever. So then the sister notices that Ghost paid the rent. She was like, oh, you paying my sister bills now? And Angela didn't even know that. So Angela's like, oh, Ghost, why did you do that? And he was like, I had good intentions. And I thought that was such a clever comeback, because that's exactly what Ghost said. I mean, or that's what Angela said when it came to going to see Tasha. So he swept that under the rug real cool. I was like, yeah, that was a G move. Angela tells Mike about a lead about a dead man's wife, and then he texts somebody to snitch. So yeah, Angela, you know, just reporting to Mike as she should, and then, you know, since he on the inside, he go tell somebody. So I don't know, he messing it up. But then again, I guess Angela is messing it up too, so whatever. So earlier there was these two guys talking. Now one of them was Greg. I don't know who the other guy is. I know it's the guy who Greg went up to and was like, hey, can you ask your homie for some leads, da 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 da. But I don't know what's his name or who he is per se. But him and Greg were talking, and they were just getting all excited about the fact that they're getting leads on this case, and that they're one step closer to catching Lobos, Ghost, and Tommy, da 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 da. And the other guy said something slick about Angela giving head in order to get ahead in life. No pun intended. And Greg took up for Angela. He was like, yeah, Angela didn't have to get head to you know, get up, or Angela didn't have sex with Mike or something like that. So basically, even though Greg kind of don't like the fact that Angela got him fired, da 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 da, he still got a little soft spot for her, and Greg took up for Angela when old boy tried to say she was a hoe or whatever. So the club ladies tells Ghost she can't sell a ghost. I thought that was a really cute line, really cute metaphor. But basically the club owner lady was saying that Ghost needs to be more the face of his company in order for him to get investors. Now I will say, I was here for Ghost's response. He was like, the brand of truth is the mystique, that my name speaks for itself. And I'm totally here with that. I don't think that it's absolutely true that to be a club owner you have to be the face of it. Yes, that is more popular, of course. When you debut something, you do kind of want to be the face of it, but I actually think that is a good niche for Ghost to be that, unlike the other people out there. Like, that could be his niche or his selling point. Like, oh, you're not about to see me. I mean, kind of like Aston Martin. Like, everybody knows it's a bomb car, but there's no Aston Martin commercials because there don't need to be. Like, you know how to find an Aston Martin when you want one, or you know where to, if you really got the money, you gonna come see about this Aston Martin. So I kind of feel like that about Ghost. Like, yeah, I may have some flyers or something, but if you want to come hang at Club Truth, you gonna find out how to kick it with the people who could kick at Truth. So I actually thought that his comeback to her was good. Like, you know, my mystery is my brand, but she wasn't here for it. She was like, no, you need Facebook, come take these pictures. And yeah. So of course that's gonna kind of get him in trouble, because you know, in the hood you supposed to try to stay low key. So now that he gonna be all over the Facebook, we'll see how that goes. Y'all, so Tasha figures out Holly is preggo from pouring out the wine and crying. She tell her she too new in the game to be a drug dealer's baby mama. Holly says she gonna think about her options, and Tasha tell her that she should tell Tommy before she get an abortion. But when Holly goes to tell Tommy, they ended up arguing, and he was like, no, I don't want to talk, so he walked away. So yeah, Tommy don't know yet. But I don't know. I saw Holly look all endearing when Tommy was talking to Tyree. I guess she was giving a look like, oh, he would be a good daddy. But I don't know. I just think they do too. They both do drugs, right? Wasn't she doing drugs? I mean, not that drug dealers can't be parents. But I don't know. Yeah. 50 Cent brings the boo a bracelet and says that, okay. So 50 Cent came back home after the little robbery or whatever, and Jubas's girlfriend was there, and he bought her a bracelet. It was actually a really nice bracelet. 50 Cent was like, oh, I just brought you some so you don't have to depend on ghosts. And Jubas's girlfriend was like, Jubas gives me everything I need. And then 50 Cent was like, everything? So of course then they start doing it. I didn't notice the ashy booty, but everybody was saying 50 Cent butt was ashy. I didn't notice. I was just kind of, I was still stuck on when he was like, everything. Oh, the fact that I think he kind of cute in this these last two episodes is so funny to me. But yeah. So Tasha and Keisha is talking about how Tasha feel like she lost herself ever since she met Ghost. Like she wear her hair how he liked, the decorations came from him, the clothes, da 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 da. I was like, wow, that's a lot. She definitely didn't seem like the type that would lose herself. She seemed like the type who would be firm who she is. But I can understand when you get in a relationship, yeah, then you be your husband's like little secretary or money cleaner or whatever. But I kind of thought at least her style was her own, so that was interesting. But Keisha gave her some good girlfriend encouragement, and just was like, you know, you'll be in the swing of it after a while, and any man would be happy to have you or lucky to get you. So I thought Keisha's encouragement was really cool. Then Keisha notices that Tasha have a gun. Okay, so whose bad is that? Is that Tasha bad for having her purse open, or is that Keisha bad for going in your friend's purse, girl? And she's like, oh, just for protection. And Keisha blatantly asks her, is there anything going on? And y'all, why Tasha say, you my girl. If anything was going on, I would tell you. And I don't know, you guys. I know a lot of people were upset that nobody told Keisha what was going on. But, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like at least Keisha do have 100% out. Like, she really don't know. Okay, on one hand, like, no, we supposed to be friends. You're going to use me like that. That's messed up. But in a sense, she is giving her friend way more money than she ever had. And the friend want to make money. She been talking about how she be wanting to return the favor and buy her stuff too. So I feel like on one hand, she's providing an opportunity to her friend. She's about to expand her friend business. And yes, at the expense of drugs, but because Keisha don't know, she won't go to jail ever. So Keisha is almost in the best position. She gonna have more money, and she not gonna be involved with the illegal stuff. So she don't have to deal with the mental stress or the legal stress of being involved in a drug deal. So I'm actually not 100% as upset that Keisha is left in the dark about the drug stuff. Dre finds out about the chopped finger Korean son gonna kill Tommy, so he tells Ghost. Tasha Tommy confesses to a priest that if he don't kill Ghost, then what people been saying about him his whole life would stand true. People been telling Tommy, oh, you can't stand on your own, da 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 da, you no good. So Tommy kind of feel extra pressure, yeah, because Lobo's after him, so he got to kill Ghost so he won't get killed. But he also kind of feel like killing Ghost is be his proof that he can do stuff on his own or whatever. So hey, and that scene was very interesting actually with the little priest. I was like, yeah, I could definitely see it going down like that. But yeah, the fact that he was wearing his stuff, his own little clothes back then. He kind of made a comment about all the commandments not really mattering. I mean, you know, clearly I don't agree with that, but just the fact that just somebody of the cloth saying that, so that was pretty interesting. And then clearly in the fact that he's into drugs. So I wonder, do he sell it or do he use it? I don't know why I just pictured like a whole little Catholic drug party. Yeah, so as Tommy is leaving the priest, the Koreans drive by and just bust a whole bunch of rounds on Tommy. Tommy ducks and get behind the car. He is shot, but he don't die. Ghost busts out of nowhere with 2 guns, and he shoots the 2 guys in the back seat, and the driver pulls off. So I guess he left the driver alive to get away, and then just to pass the message. There was somebody watching the whole time. So I know it's the guy from the club, but was that the guy who Ghost went to and was asking for help? Like, oh, I can't help Angela. Oh, I can't ask Angela stuff no more, so can you find out for me? Is it that guy? And why was he following Ghost? Oh, well, because he on the inside. So anyway, somebody see. But Ghost had a mask on, so do y'all think he know? Yeah, he know it was Ghost because he was following Ghost. He only know Ghost, so that's why would he even care if it was anybody else? So I don't know. So we'll see what that's about. I hope that guy is on Ghost's team for real, because I'm like, dang, Ghost ain't got nobody on his side. His baby mama, his wife tripping. Well, she not tripping to me, but you know, from his perspective, oh, my wife tripping. Oh, and now your side boy want to break up with you. So Angela had a hard day at work, yada yada yada. So she all come home, and when Ghost come in, she all getting drunk. And he was like, oh, you had a hard day, you want to talk about it? She's like, no. And he was like, yeah, me too. Do you want to talk about it? And he like, no. And so they just sit there, and she was like, I don't think we're gonna make it. And she was like, oh, you work, I work, but that's life. Everybody work. I mean, I know y'all probably work way more than the 8 hours, but not everybody work. But I'm just saying, it's very common for couples to work. And even couples who have 12-hour, 14-hour jobs, you still could be in a relationship, in a marriage. So her reasoning was dumb. Like, if you want to break up because you don't want to lose your job, you should just be woman enough and say that, girl. But yeah. But Ghost was being a little simp. Like, no, Angela, don't get scared and run away. Shoot, if I was Ghost, I'd be like, if some girl tell me they don't want to be with me, I'd be like, well, all right, I'm not about to beg nobody to be with me. You know, but I understand, if that's your girl, you know that she just stressed, so maybe you just trying to calm her down. But I ain't about to be like, oh no, we can try, we can work it out, just stay with me. You got enough money and enough hoes at the club where you'd be good. And anyway, you need to take your butt home anyway. So Jukebox and Kanan in a strip club. That strip club scene was bomb. I was like, hey, what song is that? And they had some bomb strippers. I don't know. The few times I've been to a strip club, it never be fun like how it be on TV. Like, so that strip club looked fun. So Kanan and Jukebox was all getting lap dances or whatever, and Jukebox says all Kanan had to do was ask if he wanted to have sex with her girlfriend, and then he said next time, and she was like, ain't no next time, you got your money and you walking now, it's time for you to kick rocks. I thought that was funny. That was a cute little scene. And so Kanan mentions how he wants to get revenge on Ghost, and Jukebox is like, Ghost is worth more dead than alive, you know, so maybe you should keep him alive and just hit him where it hurts. So the plot thickens, you guys. So I thought that was actually pretty good advice. Well, number one, because I don't want to see Ghost dead, but number two, like, yeah, like, if you just, like, when Ghost intended to kill you, Kanan, he wanted you to know that he was killing you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like if Kanan would have did a little punk move, like sneak up and snipe Ghost in the back, he don't know what hit him. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm getting revenge, like, I want you to know that I'm killing you or that I'm burning you back. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's cool. I think that was good advice. But, you know, Kanan, you know, he ain't no sneak. You see how he killed old boy at the jury. Oh, I forgot to talk about the robbery. Did I talk about the robbery? I sure didn't, y'all. But no, let me say what I was going to say first. But yeah, I mean, Kanan probably would have let Ghost know it was him. Like, Kanan don't have no problem letting me know, like, yeah, I'm killing you, nigga. So, whatever. But anyway, long story short, Jukebox advice was good. So earlier in the episode, after Kanan went ahead and proved that his hands work, Jukebox went ahead and let him on the team, you guys. So the plan was to rob a jewelry store. That young boy from the grocery store or the pharmacy heist that she didn't kill, he worked there. Well, is it him or the guy in the green that worked there? One of the guys that Jukebox know works at the jewelry store. So he let them in, and they basically steal a bunch of jewelry. Then they go into the safe and steal the stuff from the safe. And after the guy let 50 Cent in the safe, 50 Cent just shot him in the face, y'all. So I don't know. What I couldn't tell was that on purpose or not. Now, of course, we know when Kanan do something, it's on purpose. But what I mean by on purpose is, remember, they made him prove that his trigger finger worked anyway, right? So did they? To me, that mean like you want to prove that your trigger finger works. So that means somebody needed to get shot. Or was that just to say, hey, just in case somebody need to get shot? So that's why, on one hand, I think maybe Jukebox told 50 Cent to shoot the guy. Because why was she so pressed on his trigger finger working? Or, you know, if that was the guy in the green, then I know 50 Cent, the guy in the green had kind of clown. His name was Frog. Frog had kind of clowned 50 Cent when he wanted to be down. So maybe 50 Cent shot him for that reason. So I really couldn't tell, like, was it shooting on purpose or was it 50 Cent's cockiness? So they went ahead and got the jewels or whatever. And then that's how 50 Cent ended up giving Jukebox's girlfriend the bracelet anyway. The last thing, you guys, so Tommy went ahead and came home, shot, and Holly was like, what happened? Da 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 da. And they just having a full-blown conversation about what happened, y'all. The whole time I was sitting there like, you ain't gonna go get no towel. But it's like, soon as I said that, Holly ended up grabbing her keys and was leaving. Tommy was like, where you going? She was like, oh, I'm going to get you some alcohol and gas, so, you know, to take care of yourself. But yeah, the whole time I was like, y'all just go sit there and not try to bandage this wound up or whatever, you guys. So Tommy thinks it's Lobos, which makes sense because he haven't killed Ghost yet, and Lobos did say, if you don't kill him, I'ma kill you. So he think that it's him. And mind you, he shook the Korean hand the other day, so it's not like he think that the Korean is mad or whatever. And I don't think he even know what happened. I guess he think they just thought, I guess Tommy think they thought they got him and just drove off or whatever. So yeah, you guys, so now it do look like Holly was just going to get the gauze like she said, but you guys, she walked straight to the Jamaican people or whatever, and she walked into the restaurant. And so of course the Jamaican sister was like, you want food? And she was like, no, but she was all looking all nervous and anxious. So the Jamaican lady know what she really wanted, so she sent him to the back to talk to the son. And Holly showed the son a picture of Ghost and was like, yeah, I want him. Well, she referred to him as James St. Patrick or whatever. So, but he know him, right? So that's interesting. So we'll see how all that plays out. And I don't know, you guys. Okay, we not Team Holly, right? But like I said, I get her perspective. If I'm carrying a man's child and that man is in danger and I want a life with this man and I tell this man what to do and he don't do it, then yeah, I'm going to do it for him, to protect me, to protect my man, and to protect my unborn child. So coming from that perspective, I'm totally understand why Holly was like, oh, they trying to kill us? Well, I'm going to go kill them. Like, I'm about to go hire a hitman. Like, I totally get it. But, you know, since we from the other side, we like, girl, fall back. Get you, I'm not saying this in real life, but girl, get you abortion and clean the drug money and get away. Or just, I don't know. She just need to get away. But anyway, So that was it, you guys. So that was Power season 3 episode 4 titled Don't Worry Baby. And I think Tommy told Holly don't worry baby when she was all pressuring about the killing of Ghost stuff. And then I think Ghost told Angela don't worry baby when Angela was like, oh, we should break up, yada yada yada. So that was it. That was a pretty good episode. I guess you can imagine what my favorite part is for now. But anyway, really good episode. I can't wait to see where it goes. And I was trying to think of what did they show in the preview that looked good, but I can't think of it right now. So, alright, you guys, you know what's up. Give me the thumbs up on this video. Go ahead and check me out on Twitter at TamiB_, TAMIB_. Alright, bye.